Hello everyone, my name is Jaybird and welcome back to Sounds of Her Love. I'm just gonna check my volume. Okay, everything's fine. Give me a second. I need to get the guide. Alright, so we're going to be doing the bad end of this game, finally. This will take a second because I don't know where I'm gonna... I could just replay the game instead. I'm trying to figure out the You know what? Let's just start a new game. And we're just gonna skip everything. Yeah. I guess everyone needs a hobby. Reading seems like a nice one. Carrie nods and smiles faintly.
I agree. Would you be interested in reading?
Sure. Looks like she's trying to recruit me to the library. I'm not interested in books at all, but I just can't outright refuse someone as frail as her. There's a possibility. I keep my answer nondescript, but Carrie still takes delight at my words. For some reason, for someone I just met, she sure is friendly. It's not like that's a bad thing, though. We don't care about this. We're going to refuse to answer. No, I don't, sir. My thoughts slip out through my mouth as I vocalize my distaste of the lesson. That's your answer, Jaybird? I'm sure the headmaster would like to hear it. He'll be amazed by your outstanding intellect. The class falls silent, and I am ushered out of the room. The teacher takes me to the headmaster's office, and I can't help but feel that my classmates owe me big time. I've done them a favor. They get to screw around whilst the teacher's gone. Knocking on the door, I get a sharp glare from the man beside me. All I did was refuse to answer his question, though his gaze makes it look like I murdered one of his relatives. The door swings open and the rotund, graying headmaster stands before us. My teacher briefly explains the situation to him.
Mr. Hughes, don't you know the saying, boys will be boys?
But... you... what? You... I don't know how to say that.
No buts. Let the boy go, for goodness sake.
No buts? He sure no buts. But I like it. No, I'm just kidding. He sure seemed like an ass man to me. Oh my god. What the fuck? This came out of nowhere. Holy shit. No butts? He sure seemed like an ass man to me. With the way he looks at some of the female staff. How do you know that? My teacher sighs and tells me to head off to lunch early. I guess he can't be bothered to deal with me after all this fuss. To be honest, I regret saying anything in the first place. An ass man. Leave her be. No movement comes from my feet as I continue hesitating and standing around in the middle of the hall looking like an idiot. Perhaps I should just leave her be. We're hardly acquainted anyway. As I continue strolling around the hall looking for a place to sit, I find myself looking in her direction from time to time. For some reason, I just find her fascinating. Her and her big old melons. Her braids gently lop over her shoulders and down her side, and she periodically takes nibbles of what seems to be some round pastry thing with raisins in it. Ew, raisins? You like raisins? Gross. I haven't seen it being sold in the cafeteria, so I guess she must have brought it from home. Here they usually sell British and American cuisine, since most students are from the West anyway. However, some traditional Japanese food does make it on sale. We are in Japan, after all. Those who don't buy food here bring in stuff from home. Oh, really now? So it's not rare to see some of the delicacies from around the world being eaten. Okay. That must be in her case, going by her name. She's Welsh like most of the students in the school. She doesn't have much of an accent. After watching her some more, I see her arm sweep across the table, knocking over her lunchbox. I have to sneeze. Those passing by don't stop to help her or even pay any heed. Oh, god damn it, I want to die. Okay, she looks really upset. I just sneezed out my soul with I just sneezed out my fucking soul with that. Holy crap. Oof. I apologize. I walk up to her despite my initial inclination not to. Looks like this is the second time today I'm picking stuff up for you. Her glasses fall into the floor. Oh my god, her glasses fall onto the floor. Okay, you must have some really loose glasses or something. And she jumps back slightly in surprise. Luckily, though, they aren't broken and they didn't end up in her food either. She picks them up and places them upon the table next to her. She must be short-sighted if she's still able to see me. Or she's happy seeing me out of focus. Me. That's me yesterday with my boyfriend. I'm like, I want to see you in high definition. Goodbye. I said that too. I'm just like, okay, I'm taking off my glasses now because I don't want to see you in high definition. You're disgusting. You disgust me. She continues squirming as she cleans up the mess off the floor, but as soon as I start speaking, cold blood rushes to her cheeks, turning her once pale skin red. Are you okay?
Sorry.
What are you apologizing for? You haven't done anything wrong. It wasn't my original intention to speak to her, but I guess I couldn't help myself. We finished picking up the contents of her lunchbox, and I look around the room. In my vision, I can spot several stares directed towards us, each individual looking away as I make eye contact with them. Of course, it'd be odd if people didn't pay attention to that. Ceri had just accidentally painted the floor with the remnants of her meal, like some kind of modern art piece, but the only things I sense are hostile emotions from those eyes.
Thank you.
It's okay, Ceri Dwin. Or do you prefer Ceri?
Ceri is fine. I still don't know yours.
I guess she's referring to my name. She's right. I don't think I told her. It's Jaybird. Stairs keep coming in from my peripheral vision, so I decided to take her outside. Yeah! Her soft hand resides in the tight grip of my own. It's bold, but this is the quickest way to get her outside. She doesn't resist, but I don't think she particularly enjoys it. Her face could be used to stop cars at an intersection. What? Oh, I got it. Okay. We arrive outside the cafeteria and I let go of her hand.
Why did...
They were looking at you, weren't they? Asking her directly isn't a surefire way to get an answer, given that she's so timid, but I still throw the question out.
You noticed?
Yeah? So she was aware of them. It struck me as odd that so many people were paying attention to us, or rather her.
I'm not that known for being popular.
Popular? Surely speaking to one person isn't popular.
I was away from school for a while. I had an illness.
Which was bullying, yes. So rather than being disliked, she just doesn't have many friends?
As recently as last week, I was immobilized.
You're lying to me!
I never really had a chance to make friends.
That's kind of sad, actually. Though in the way she's similar to me, I haven't really made any friends here my first week. She was eating alone too, which further proves it. I consider asking about her illness, though getting that personal might be a bit rude. I can understand, I guess. I'm new here, so I haven't really had a chance either. It's not really as relatable as an illness, though. I kind of regret opening my mouth. Hers, though, continues moving as her lips gently let out her unstable speech patterns.
I've been here since last year.
Again, that's a pretty sad thing to imagine. You'd think that within a span of a year, she would have at least got along with a few people. Though going by the looks of the people in the cafeteria, that's not the case. That and she's extremely lacking in self-confidence. You know, if you ever need company, you can always speak to me. I don't really have anyone to speak to either. Hell, you can even have my number as well. It's a pretty forward move, but I doubt she'll call me. Seeing her like this is kind of upsetting, so I at least want to do something.
Your number?
Yes. She shakily enters my number displayed on my outstretched phone into hers. Her cheeks are lit up a shade of rose, which makes her look rather cute, to be honest. A small daffodil charm oscillates in the air. She chimes the numbers in. Oh. When she's done, she looks back up with me with a small and delicate smile, which she quickly hides as she turns her head to the side and faintly blushes.
You're my first non-relative contact.
I know. Well, I'm honored. That was a pretty corny thing to say, but hopefully it makes her feel better about herself. Ceri does seem like a nice person. It's just that she's a little introverted. The bell rings. Since we're pretty much next to our classrooms anyway, the two of us separate to begin lessons once more. Ceri puts her glasses back on, turning around as I bid her words of farewell. See ya.
Okay.
It bothers me that I have to face my class again after the sin I pulled earlier, but luckily I won't be seeing that teacher until next week. Ceri looks back at me, and she gives me a small yet cute wave as she heads off. I return it with a nod. Words can't be expected frequently with her. She does flounder when speaking. Following her actions, I head off to my class as well. Okay. When's the bad end gonna happen? I want something bad to happen. Aside from having my biology teacher chew my ass out, it was a pretty tolerable day. I need to sneeze. You know, if you ever need company, hey, you can have my numbers, man. No. I have my computer for that sort of thing. Oof. I can't make myself say something like that in front of my family, even though it's true in a way. The other option is telling my father about Ceri, which is something I'm not keen on either. Don't worry, son. She did ask me before if I would be interested in reading. Oh. Reading the book now would use up a large chunk of my time. If she does ask me about it, I can always make something up or tell her the truth. There's always tomorrow anyway. She surely can't expect me to have gotten straight into reading it, could she? Just disregarding the presence of the book, I push the thought of it out of my mind and get up to head downstairs for dinner. If I stayed here any longer, my mother would start shouting for me again. It'll be a change to get there early today. Whee! Well?
That book I gave you. Did you read it?
No. Damn, I was quite sure she'd ask this. I couldn't bear to tell her the truth. Yeah, it was good. I like the...
You could have just given it back to me if you didn't want to read it.
How did you know? Ceri tears through my vagueness and gives me a look I've never seen her make, even though I've only known her for a few days. Her eyes are now piercing, firmly staring in my direction.
You can give it back to me tomorrow.
Oh. She continues walking and I follow along, lagging slightly behind. We eventually pass through the school gates and towards the main building. Oh my god, shit is going down, fam! Very few words are shared between us as we part.
See you later.
Oh my god, you're so aggressive. I had stuff to do. Okay, I had stuff to do. Don't get mad at me. Bye. God, I had stuff to do. My feet ache as I step through the door to my house. The effects of the school day are clearly visible as I look at my expression in the hallway mirror. I reflect back on the day as a whole, trying to mull over the reasons for my depression, particularly the meeting I had with Ceri this morning. I really regret not reading the book she gave me. You had stuff to do! Even skimming through it would have been passable. She didn't seem particularly happy. I didn't get to see her at lunch today. Whether she was trying to avoid me or was busy with something, I'm not sure, but I really wanted to make it up to her. Though it seems a bit too late to read the book now, I'll just have to put it in her locker tomorrow and hope for the best. Beads of sweat slide down my forehead as I realize how hot the room actually is. Aside from my nervousness, the heater's turned up pretty high. My mother has probably tampered with it. After slipping my shoes off and leaving them lying loose in the hall, my father emerges from the lounge wearing one of his gaudy suits. He only ever wears those when he has an important meeting or wants to impress my mother. It's too early in the day for any of his zealous romanticizing, so it's probably the former. Publishing books for a living keeps him pretty busy.
Oh, son, back from school, are you?
Yes, I am. I'm sure he could tell that, though. But I answer his rhetorical inquiry anyway.
How was it, school? Is it going well?
The question is presented to me at the worst time possible. My previous brooding over Ceri hasn't left me feeling anything but better. I'm not sure what answer I should give him. It's not going well. It's going well. I'm supposed to lie about this. I'm supposed to lie about this. I'm supposed to say it's going well, and then I get the bad ending. It's going well. I say that as, despite the issues with Ceri today, things are actually quite good. I managed to make a few new friends in class, and I can't say my studies have taken a hit after transferring schools. In fact, I think I've gotten better.
Great to hear, boy. I'm glad my son is using the money I gave him wisely.
Except he didn't give it to me. He gave it to the school. His footsteps get louder as he strolls past, patting me on the back.
Well, now, son, I've got to get going. This guy I'm supposed to be meeting, he's quite persistent about all his bloody books. I have to admit, though, they do so well. If you ever get a chance to thank the guy, he helped pay towards your tuition.
My father lets out a haughty laugh and makes his way through the door, giving me a quick farewell. I may as well make my move, too. I have lots of work to catch up on. Cold air meets my cheeks as I walk to school on a dim morning. Right now I would normally be sleeping, but I decided to get to school earlier than I would on a typical day. Even more so than that, I'm also trying to avoid bumping into Ceri on the way there. The decision I made was to return the bucket to her locker and forget about the whole incident. After that, well, I don't really know what I'll do. It's inevitable that Ceri and I will meet again at some point. After upsetting her like that, I really don't have the guts to face her. But I don't think running away would be a good idea either. I'm conflicted. Clearly. The street is almost silent. Nobody is in a rush to get to work at this time, so if I wanted, I could walk down the middle of the road without a care in the world. The only sounds right now are the chirping of birds and my rough footsteps on the pavement below. One after another, my feet move me gradually towards my destination! I feel cold, emotionally too. As I make my way through the empty courtyard and towards the main entrance. A similarity between the westernized international school and the ones typically found here in Japan is the presence of lockers right at the entrance. Some high schools in America have them, but through the media I don't think they're as common in England or Wales for that matter. I quickly searched the area for Ceri's locker. If I hadn't seen her around here the other day, then this plan wouldn't have worked. Her room must be around here somewhere. Ah, here it is. I wrapped my hand around my mouth as I realized I spoke too loud. Too loud! Too loud! That's wrong too. Though I soon loosened the tension as I realized that nobody is around to hear me. Metal caresses my fingertips as I grip the handle of the locker. No matter how hard I pull, its smooth, cold surface remains frozen in place. Damn, locked. Well, yeah, it's a locker. Facing Ceri is not an option, but breaking into her locker isn't either. The school would cut after my ass if I did. There's a lot of ass in this episode, isn't there? Look, this is the ass episode. I should put that in the script. No, just kidding. Looking around for a solution, the only plan I can establish is to toss the book on top of her locker and just leave her a note. I'll slip it through the gaps in the small meshed frame and hope she finds it. Signing it isn't required. She'll know it's from me. Shivers race up my spine as ominous footsteps lurk behind me. Is she here already? Dread continues to grow within my chest, weeds only allowed to flourish because of the opportunity I gave them. If only I read that fucking book! Oh my god, there's so much swearing! The pain inside dissipates at the time. My neck shifts towards the source of the noise. It was just a teacher walking down the corridor. Nothing to worry about.
What are you doing by my locker?
Oh my god, bitch! Don't jump scare me like that! Dot dot dot. Dot 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 dot. Hoarse breaths leave my mouth. All emotions but fear escape my mind. Her words stab into my back as I slowly inch my body around towards her out of instinct. Ceri is pulling me in and I cannot escape. A beautiful and elegant trap. One which I have admired for days as it drew me closer. I look towards her as she stares back at me. Ceri's eyes are locked onto mine. I am their target. None of this was her fault. I was looking for you. I know you usually come to school early. Did you want to have lunch together today? My voice is sporadic as I try to come up with a believable answer. I don't really have any intention of seeing her at lunch.
Of course. We usually have lunch together, don't we?
Oh my god, stop being a bitch! God! Calm your titties! Calm your big ass titties! Yeah, that's right! I need to, see the librarian. I turn around quickly and try to make a swift move without looking like I'm running away. She'll know something's up if I don't try to calm down.
Can I come with you? I needed to return something.
Ceri keeps the pressure piling up. I don't know if I sound like an idiot now. I don't care if I sound like an idiot now. I just need to get away from her. No, it's something personal, not about books. Just the thought of books is starting to make me feel anxious.
Oh, okay. I'll see you at lunch then.
Oh my god. Yeah, okay. Guilt trickles from my mind down to my heart, and I increase my pace. I notice Ceri opening her locker as I turn my head to gauge the distance between us. Gauge the distance. It only makes me move faster as the adrenaline increases. Time flows by. I eventually find myself in some other part of the school, after what had seemed like an eternity. After scanning the area, I realized I wasn't even going in the direction of the library. The sound of idle chatter can softly be heard in the background. This part of the school is pretty isolated, so it must be about time for class to start. Guess I'll have to head back. The chair is hard against my back as why would it be soft? Why would you want it to be soft? Why would you want a soft chair? As I sit in class, ignoring everything the teacher has to say. I mean, I get, like, fuzzy chairs, you know, but soft chairs? You don't want to, like, sit on something and have it sink, unless it's a beanbag, but even then, a beanbag chair, there's enough, after enough pressure, it all just, like, you know, it holds you up, but soft chair, I don't know. Even this, my favorite subject, can't keep me occupied enough to be able to forget what has happened these past 2 days. It wasn't even that big of a deal, but I overcomplicated things. Seeing Ceri again would probably make me feel sick with regret. Staring at the clock doesn't help me either. Watching it creep closer and closer to midday only serves to make me more anxious. What am I going to do come lunch? It pains me to be unable to answer that question. I slumped back down in my chair and tried to feign immersion in the class. The lunch bell startles me, though it wasn't as if I wasn't expecting it to chime sooner or later. I stand up. I may as well get this over with. If she isn't there, I'll make a break for it and try to find somewhere she can't find me. Yo, Jaybird, want to come to lunch with me? They have those nice beef sandwiches on again today. Sure. Oh, sure. Yeah. As if my prayers were being answered. A classmate of mine approached me and invites me to lunch. I think I recognize him from before. What's wrong, man? You look a bit tense. Oh, nothing. I've just had something. Had a lot on my mind lately. Yeah, I get like that sometimes. You'd think they'd give us older students the better-looking teachers, but all we get are grannies who can't teach for shit. Wow! This is just the potty mouth episode, isn't it? Just the potty mouth episode. God. Anyways. Oh my god. I woke up this morning and my nose is all stuffy. I hope I'm not getting sick because that's gonna be awful. I have a dance tonight too. Oh my god. Sorry. I can't breathe. Yeah, haha. I follow him out of the... I mean, some people are into grannies. I follow him out of the room and into the corridor, ignoring the sight before me.
Hello?
Hi. So these sandwiches, do you think we could get the recipe somewhere? What? Oh, yeah? That's a good idea. He looks towards Ceri and back at me. It would be hard if he missed her calling out to me like that.
Can we?
Oh, no. I walk past her and increase my pace, pretending not to notice her. So, are you doing anything on the weekend? Oh, now I feel bad. Oh, my heart is hurting for Ceri. Oh, no, Ceri. Not much. It's no doubt he's questioning my behavior, but it's not like I can look back on it now. I made the wrong decision, and that's something I'll just have to live with. The sound of sobbing calls out to me from behind my back. The effects of my choices. Oh! It was something easily fixable, but I have created a gap which cannot be sealed. In the end, I don't think it would have worked out. Oh! I wouldn't be surprised if she came to hate me in a way I would want her to. It's something I deserve. Oh! Oh, bad end. Just bad end. Thank you for telling me that this was the bad end. I couldn't tell. I honestly couldn't tell. Oh, you're gonna give me the credits. You're gonna give me the credits. For the bad end. Oh. Oh, my heart is hurting. Oh, that hurt. Oh, God. Oof. I like how it's just black. It's like, you don't get any special images here. Ooh. Well, now it's time for me to find a new game to play for Saturdays. So, yeah. Ooh. This is the episode of ass. Funny, because it should have been the other two that were full of ass. But no, this one was full of ass, you know? And now I just keep saying ass because ass is ass, ass. I don't know why I keep saying ass. Someone stop me, please. Please. Well, actually, no. I should keep saying ass because there's nothing else to talk about. Just ass. 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 Baby. I don't know what I'm doing with my life anymore. I don't even know why I'm whispering. I don't know why I'm whispering. And now I'm just talking. Okay. I'm just narrating everything I'm doing, okay? Thanks for playing. You're welcome. It was a decent game. This game was decent. It's a typical visual novel, honestly. So, yeah, nothing too significant about this game, but it's not terrible. I'm just saying that, like, it does what it sets out to do, which is be a visual novel / dating simulator with 3 different endings. So, yeah. This is why I'm not a good reviewer of games, because, well, at least this one. There's not much to talk about here. But with that being said, if you guys, I have a lisp now. If you guys enjoyed this episode of Sounds of Her Love and are looking forward to whatever I'm playing next for my Saturday Let's Plays, then leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't, ring that notification bell, and remember, die safely. Bye-bye!